Welcome to onSodi.com.
As you know, there are many ways to import your photographs onto your computer. There are two common methods though. The first one is to manually import your photographs at the operating system level, and the second method is to use a third-party software application. Let's have a look at manual importing. I am working on a Macintosh and I already have the Mac's Finder window open, which is the same as the Explorer window on a PC. They both display the contents, folders and files of the computer. I will now connect my memory card to the computer. You could also connect your camera directly to the computer. Immediately on the Mac, iPhoto has popped up and it's asking if I want to import into iPhoto. We highly recommend that you do not use iPhoto because it will convert your RAW files across to the JPEG format, and in that process it will delete all the important data and detail that has been captured in your RAW files. As you already have Photoshop, which comes with Adobe Bridge, or maybe you have Adobe Lightroom, our recommendation is to remove iPhoto from your computer. I will cancel and dismiss iPhoto. The memory card that I inserted has appeared here in the Mac Finder window, as it would on the PC. Click on this folder and then continue to click, and these are the images that were taken from the shoot I did last Sunday. I can import the files by either dragging and dropping the files to a destination folder or by copying and then pasting the files. I have already set up to have two Mac Finder windows open. You can do the same thing on a PC. On a PC, use the shortcut of the Windows key and the letter E to open a secondary window. I'm going to right-click and select New Folder. Of course, I could come to the main menu and choose New Folder, but shortcuts are quicker. I'm going to call this folder Sunday's Shoot. I now have a destination folder. I can click over here in my memory card folder and shift-click all the way down so that all of the files are selected. Alternatively, I could select all files with the shortcut of Command and the letter A. On a PC, that would be Control and the letter A, and this selects all the files on that folder. I can then click, hold and drag the files from the memory card folder over to Sunday's Shoot folder and release the mouse, and this will now start to download those files. The other manual method of being able to do this is to select all the files, remember these shortcuts, and then copy the file. On a Mac that's Command with the letter C, and on a PC that's Control and the letter C. Then come to the destination folder, Sunday's Shoot, and I can use the shortcut here to paste the items. On a Mac, that's Command and the letter V, and on a PC, that's Control and the letter V. If you wanted to make a backup copy of your files, you could use exactly the same method to place your files into a different folder on a different hard drive. These images are Canon RAW format, and if I wanted to convert these across to the Adobe DNG file format, we would need to use the DNG converter software to perform that task. Have a look at the video lesson on how to convert folders of RAW files across to the DNG format. It doesn't matter which importation method you use, but we think it's better for you to import your files in a method that you are comfortable with. Just make sure that on every import that the files are stored in the right place. Let's now have a look at the photo downloader that is available from Adobe Bridge. We really like the photo downloader because it's simple and only contains information that you really need, and it's easy to use. We also like the photo downloader because it will convert across to the DNG format for us. Starting from Bridge, come up to this icon in the top left, which is Get Photos from Camera. Clicking on this, and this will open up the photo downloader. If you don't like the message appearing, click on the Don't Show Again and then No. and then the Photo Downloader application opens up in the basic form. In the bottom left hand corner, click on the Advanced Dialog to come into the Advanced Dialog. And now you can see the thumbnails. From the Get Photos From option, you can choose any device that is connected to your computer. This is a great way to get photos off your mobile telephone. We can sort through these images, and these are raw images from the shoot, and we can check and select the images that we want to import. Or you can uncheck all of them, and in another way you could also select one image and then holding down the Shift key select another image and then place a tick in the checkbox, and that will tick all the selected checkboxes. The selected images will be the ones that will be downloaded. In this case I will come down and click on the Check All because I want all these images to be downloaded. The location of the destination folder is set up here. I'm going to click on the Choose button, and this brings me to the operating system folder, and I've already made the destination folder. But you could always add a new folder down here. I will click Choose. You can create subfolders, but this can make things messy. If you want to divide your images into these different days and categories, then try it out. But it does make navigation in Bridge a little tiresome. I always leave this as None. We can rename the files with any name, and I'll choose Custom Name, and for the purpose of this demonstration I will just use City Shoot. Clicking here, and preserve the original file name into the file's metadata. These are the advanced options, and after importing the files I can have Adobe Bridge automatically open up so I can immediately see the files that I have just imported. This is a good choice. I can also convert the files to DNG, which is what we recommend. Clicking on the settings will bring up the DNG conversion settings, and you can leave these at default. You might want to make your preview size full size, but leaving this at medium size is quite okay, and then click OK. The Delete Original Files is best left blank. A good rule with photography is to delete the files from your memory card by reformatting the memory card in the camera. This keeps the file structures of your memory card stable and consistent. Save Copies To can be checked, and this allows you to import to a backup hard drive. And click Choose and navigate to the hard drive location, make a new folder, and I will call this Sunday's Shoot. But I will add the letters of B and U for backup. And click Create, and then click Choose. Please note, when you save copies to a backup location, the backup files are not converted across to the DNG format. I could apply metadata here. If you have a metadata template already made, you will be able to add that in here. It's good to confirm your settings before you click on the Get Media button. I have all these images checked. I have my destination folder chosen. I'm renaming my files, and I'm also converting to the DNG format. Save copies to an external drive, and now click the Get Media button. The software will now start to import the files, and depending on the amount of files you are importing, this can take a little bit of time. You can stop the process at any time if need be, but stopping the process will not remove any transferred files. You'll need to remove those manually. The moment that the import is finished, Bridge will go straight to that folder and display the images. Watch as Bridge goes through and reads each file and generates new thumbnails. I will show you that again, and Bridge does it every time it first reads a folder of images. As an insurance policy, make sure that you have imported your files by checking the individual folders And as Bridge is automatically pointing to this folder, I know these files are imported correctly. And over to the backup folder, and you can see I also have my backup files. Remember though, the backup files will not be in the DNG format. Make sure to continue watching the next video lessons, as we are going to discuss how to manage these imported files via Adobe Bridge.